Welcome to today's deep dive into Boris Kriger's 2026 book, How Nature Thinks. And I mean, our mission today is pretty wild. We're exploring how an 18th-century German philosopher, Friedrich Schelling, basically predicted modern complex systems theory.
Yeah, and he did it with like zero equations, just pure logic and a shockingly modern amount of philosophical sass.
Right. So, to ground this for you, the listener, think about your kitchen at night. The house is totally quiet, and you hear that low, steady hum of your refrigerator.
Just quietly keeping a jar of ancient pickles from spoiling.
Exactly. I mean, that fridge is doing work against entropy, but it doesn't actually know it's a fridge. It feels fundamentally different from, say, a living organism. But why?
Well, the Enlightenment thinkers actually really struggled with that. They look at nature and just assume the entire universe was, a giant machine.
Like a clock ticking away because someone wound it up.
Right. But Schelling argued the complete opposite. He said, no, nature is alive. It's self-organizing and actively creating itself. It isn't just following a script.
So the continuous act of, doing work against chaos is actually what creates a living identity.
Yeah, exactly. The clock is dreaming, essentially.
Wait, so if our identity is tied to doing work against entropy, meaning we constantly take in new energy and expel the old, then I'm not made of the same atoms I was a decade ago.
None at all.
So if my physical parts are completely swapped out, how do I still retain my childhood memories? It sounds like there has to be a permanent substance in my brain, right? Not just a process.
It definitely feels like a permanent substance.
Yeah.
But thermodynamics tells a completely different story. Kriger highlights this concept called cyclical closure.
Cyclical closure. Okay, how does that work?
Well, think of a whirlpool in a river. The water molecules are constantly changing, just rushing in and out.
Right, so the whirlpool's identity isn't the water itself.
Exactly. It's the specific pattern of that energy throughput. Expending energy is literally the glue holding your boundaries together against chaos. You stay alive by continuously transforming.
Oh, wow. So you are essentially a dissipative structure, just burning through matter to maintain a pattern. But if we are just localized whirlpools of energy, it raises a massive question about perception.
It really does.
I mean, if my physical body is that fleeting, how can I trust my mind's perception of the rest of the universe? Which brings Immanuel Kant to the picture.
Yeah, Kant famously argued that we view reality through these built-in, unremovable sunglasses. Our mind's innate categories like space and time.
Kant basically built a philosophical wall there, claiming we can never see the universe as it truly is, only as it appears through our human lenses.
Right, but Schelling found a brilliant way to tunnel under that wall.
Yeah.
Because he realized the mind isn't some alien observer just peering out into a dark universe.
It's a product of nature.
Exactly. Those built-in sunglasses. Nature manufactured them.
Meaning nature and the human mind are running on the exact same operating system. Nature is finally waking up and perceiving itself through us.
Which is exactly what Schelling meant by the world soul. It wasn't, mysticism. It was this shared architecture of persistence.
So if the universe operates on this deeply unified level, why is modern academia so terrible at seeing the big picture? I mean, think about your own job for a second. How often are you penalized for stepping outside your specific department?
Oh, all the time. And universities do the exact same thing. Modern science just isolates itself.
Right. Physics guards its territory. Biology guards its own. It's like they're badgers defending their burrows.
Yeah, the discipline trap. It's like trying to build a complex software app using entirely different programming languages that refuse to talk to each other.
Which brings up probably the most fascinating and honestly witty idea in Krieger's book. If human researchers are trapped in academic silos, is artificial intelligence the ultimate philosopher?
I'd argue it's the ultimate compiler that finally translates all those languages. Because AI doesn't have categorical biases or, tenure tracks to protect.
Right. It reads quantum physics and romantic poetry simultaneously. It's pattern matching across domains without realizing they were ever supposed to be separate subjects.
Exactly. AI actually mimics that world soul Schelling talked about. It's a system achieving true interdisciplinary synthesis.
The ultimate takeaway from all this is that you aren't a static object. You are a continuous, self-maintaining event fighting off entropy.
And that leads to a deeply provocative thought that Kriger actually mathematically proves at the end of the book.
Oh, about absolute nothingness.
Yeah. He proves that absolute nothingness is fundamentally impossible because to negate everything in the universe, you still need a logical framework to exist to perform that negation.
Wow. So the void structurally cannot swallow itself.
Exactly.
If non-existence is a structural impossibility, it makes you wonder, is life less of a miraculous gift and more of a mathematical hostage situation we can never escape?
That's a slightly terrifying but brilliant way to look at it.
Something to chew on the next time you hear your refrigerator humming in the dark, doing the quiet work of keeping those pickles alive.